All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Super Mario Odyssey Triple Bingo Tournament, where we're in the grand finals between AzHarcos and AwesomeAggron. I'm joined by co-commentators Mama Zero and Troy of Athens. Um, this is gonna be like the last match. So whoever wins this gets the big money, like that nice shiny prize pool. Yeah. Well, one of them's gonna win it, so I'm really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, and it's just great players to get here as well.
Some of these matches leading up to it have just been phenomenal. Like yesterday was just jam-packed with good content. It was so good. So this match is gonna be one for the books, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you see that just for reference, the card that we see currently is not going to be the actual one. It gets re-rolled when the countdown starts, so it will be changed over. But this is the right board that is like shown right now. It's the right one, but like it'll get re-rolled probably.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh, that is the right board. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. All right. So apparently it's the right board. So in the middle, I see straight away 22 moons wooded. Oh, answer 8 Sphinx questions. That's a terrible goal.
Yeah.
10 moon seaside, trash. 4 grandpa moon seaside, terrible. Okay, so I feel like we might see seaside on this board.
Yeah, I see 3 seaside goals on here. The Sphinx questions does make you go to seaside as well, I believe.
Yes.
Gross. Another dirty board, it looks like.
I think this might have early finishes on here. It's just really hard to find it.
I actually think we are maybe like row 1, column 3, and then I feel like everything else.
Oh my god, yeah, we're locked to seaside. Holy crap.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Another beautiful.
There are only two lines on here that don't require seaside.
Oh, yeah. This is perfect. This is what we all wanted to see. A long, tedious battle of the giants right now. It's going to go all the way, folks. All the way to seaside.
No, I'm actually really excited about this because when you're snow seaside lots, you have to route it in such the way that it gives you the fastest board to snow or seaside. So I feel like these runners are gonna have to really think about what lines they want to do. Like I think they could pair 4 and 5 ground pound moons nicely, but sometimes doing those 5 ground pound moons can be quite slow in seaside because you have to go all the way around like the map, basically like getting them.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an interesting one.
I mean, with that in mind, it's pretty much like, okay, how can I get to seaside the fastest? Like, how can I just do not care about everything else and just get to seaside because I'm forced there.
Yeah, I think on this board, I would probably try to avoid as that are in row 1. So 7 timer challenges, that's not awful if you go into seaside, but it can be like awkward getting them all. And then 20 moons lake and 26 moons metro can take a long time, like because you're getting so many extra moons with like a seaside finish. I feel like they'll have to think about this very carefully.
Zero, this isn't dirty. This is disgusting.
This is a nasty one. You know what? I'm seeing a little bit of sand synergy here. I think column 1. Think about this. Let me finish. Column 1, and then row 2 is dirty as heck. I hate key moons. I hate the slot moons. I think column 1 is viable. What do you guys think?
I do like the look of column 1. Like I could see myself doing like column 1. It's just what you would pair with to do column 1, because I feel like to do column 1, want to like pair it with something nice, like
Okay.
music notes. So
Yeah,
maybe
hear me
if you
out.
did
I think I got
row
one.
4. I don't know.
I think I got one. So,
Okay.
with what we got here, and this is gonna sound so gross. I mean, like, why are these our options? Column 1, column 5, row 4.
Column 1, column 5. Oh my goodness, that's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's a lot of synergy going on in there. And obviously high regional coins in a different setting. This would be terrible, but like how many regional coins going to Seaside? No problem. And got the synergies, and planting 5 seeds not a real problem either. I don't think. Sitting
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone's gonna kill me for mentioning this, but I like row 5. Okay, let me explain. 2 warp moons. That does kind of sound bad, but one of them you can get by doing late clip. So that's a free warp painting moon, and then you can get any other warp painting. You can get the one that goes to sand in lake. You can get one in metro. Like there's so many options for you to get the other warp painting moon. And then if you pair that with column 5 and then paired it with the 175 total regionals, whether it be row 4 or column 3, I think that could be pretty good, but I don't know how people think about that. I just think if you're gonna do 200 total regionals, you might as well do 175 as well.
That's what I'm thinking there.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking with what I had with the row 4, column 5, to just do all of them. People are saying I'm seeing BP in the chat, who had made it to the semifinals to avoid regionals, but I mean it's a tough call. I see the route that they went for, that they're recommending.
I think 200. Although it seems like a lot, because it is a lot, but you're going to Seaside here. You can get so many regions between, like, all these kingdoms. So I think even though regions don't constitute to costumes or hats or anything like that, they take really no time to pick up if they're like in your way. And there's definitely more than enough purples in your way to probably constitute to 200 regionals.
Yeah.
The
fact that we're already in sand, like Harcos is, I think, doing that idea of just like, let's get out of, like, let's just make beelines for Seaside because I gotta go there. I do see what BP was thinking, and that actually his goal is, while there is some synergy going on, there is also more of an idea of, let's just get to Seaside. With what they were thinking, which was column 1, row 2, bottom left, top right.
Yeah. So AzHarcos doing slots and seed moons. AzHarcos, on the other hand, got some Cascades regionals. And he also got the life up part. So that tells me he's probably thinking about that row 5 that I mentioned. So
I was gonna say, honestly, Eden, I really think row 5 is viable. Row 5 is pretty juicy.
Yeah, I like the look of row 5. If you pair it with 5 Grandpa Moon Seaside, and then also the checkpoints late, it just makes sense to me.
I have never seen such a terrible board.
You know what?
Why are they making us go this far? I mean, like, it's got multiple options, but the fact that we have to go this far, it's gonna take so long.
You know what? I honestly think both of these guys are really fast. I'm predicting, like, mid 40s, 40. I would say 44, 45. I don't think it's gonna take them too long to get through some of these goals, because there's in the mid game, there's not a lot of stuff to do, really. It's gonna be a lot of any percent routing, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the majority of it is like extra moon goals. So like even if you were to do like 22 moons wooded or 20 moons seaside, that's like only 4 extra moons that you need for sand, and then 6
Yeah.
extra that you need for wooded. Yeah. So it will be just generally like doing your classic Henny percent with some added knowledge in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harcos here going into the tower. There aren't any 2D moons specifically, but it is.
There is
Right.
a 2D.
Oh, there is a 2D moon thing? Oh,
Yeah.
8-bit sections, yeah. I don't know why I mix those up. Yeah. So yeah, 5 moons from 8-bit sections, so possibly looking into column 1. I mean, or row 1 actually, with how open this board is because of how slow it is, you can't rule out any row this is hard because you can't rule out any lines. I can't just be like, oh, they're doing this, so obviously they're doing this line because they can't do that one. But like here, it's like they could be doing either.
I do like the idea of like if you paired like 8-bit moons and music notes and also put timer challenges in there. I like the synergy between those squares. Like, even though I generally like dislike 7 timer challenges, I think it could actually work well. Like, because if you don't do sand, get 7 timer challenges naturally by seaside. So I think pairing those could actually be worth it. I don't think column 2 is a bad shout at all, and I think AzHarcos, if he does row 2, which looks likely, he's probably wanting to pair that with column 1, which would make sense why he's taking the Jaxi over here now.
I was hoping to see Harcos go with the Jaxi into the Jaxi sub area, because then we would know that he's definitely doing column 2. But because he skipped that music note moon, I think he won't be getting it unless he decides just to get all the music notes from seaside when he gets to seaside.
Yeah, you can skip 1 music note moon. I feel like the Sansevieria one can be quite slow, but if you were to do column 1, I feel like it would make sense. Like, column 1.
Yeah. Sorry. I do think that we have to pay attention to whether or not they go to the Sphinx, because in order to do 8 Sphinx questions, you have to go to the sand one. So
yeah.
So if they don't do that Sphinx, that rules out that square completely.
Yeah, that's also true. But AzHarcos chooses to get that music note moon, so he's definitely thinking about it.
I think we might see Harcos go for it as well. Those are the only 3 sub areas in Sand Kingdom, right? So they're gonna have to do that Jaxi sub area in order to get the 6 moons from sub areas.
There is another sub area, but it only gives you 1 moon, so it's not very worth it if you want 6. But yeah,
the underground passage to get to Jaxi, like the casual way, that counts as a sub area. So there are 7 really that you can get, but
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see Harcos finish off only with 19 moons after this sub area. So I was thinking he was gonna try and finish in this sub area, but gonna need 1 more moon.
And we see Aggron going for the Sphinx, whereas Harcos, I mean, given what Harcos done, I don't see him going to Sphinx, so it's probably not going to be a thing for them. But Aggron just went in here for the moon. I don't know if he'll go back out and answer the rest of the questions.
No, he doesn't want those 8 Sphinx questions. So that tells to me that AzHarcos is looking at top left, bottom left, top right, or row 4. But I think bottom left, top right looks more likely, because that diagonal, again, it's not an awful diagonal. Like, there's not much that you need to do in order to complete it. I'd say the only time loss would be getting the extra moons in wooded, and maybe if you failed TNT. for example.
So Harcos is going to be going to grab that last moon, and it will be the music note moon. So he will be grabbing that music note section, obviously, in row 4, column 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if he decides to not get any more music notes this point forward, he can get all 3 of them from Seaside.
Yeah.
So that definitely puts column 1 into Harcos. Like that one seems like of all the routes we kept listing, column 1 was the one we kept saying. So
yeah. Although though, I still okay. I know that before I maybe suggested pairing like row 5, column 5 with like a row or column, but now the more I look at this diagonal, I think I'm just gonna have to like skip out on like the 3 squares here and just say, yeah, I would definitely do the diagonal and then row 5, column 5. It's a nice little triangle, but
yeah, the bottom
I do
bottom
like
right
this
corner.
board. Like, I hate this board, but I like this board because there's just so many choices to choose from.
Generally, we say that if there's a board that has where you're struggling to find a route that you like, that actually is a good board. So it's weird to think that this is it's simultaneously bad and good because it's got so many choices, but we're going to Seaside.
Harco's getting that easy music note moon, so gonna have 3 in his arsenal of music note moons. There is one more music note moon here, which is also an 8-bit section moon, so gonna knock off 2 goals if he decides to go for that one, which I think would actually be very smart.
It does require the Rango fight, though.
I guess we'll see if he decides it's worth it.
I'm pretty sure you can do it before Rango.
Okay. Am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of the puzzle room. I don't know why I mixed that up.
I was wondering, I'm like, wait, am I a 1-head?
Wait, no, we're 5-head chose, 1
5
head.
5 heads.
Luck. I don't know how to defend myself with that one.
Fair enough.
Arcos clearly in the lead in terms of where he is in the game. Got 5 moons in Lake Kingdom right now. And we see Aggron just finishing up Sand Kingdom. Both of them checking off the same goals. So looking like they're going for column 1 together. But we saw Aggron get that slot moon. So there is going to be a little bit of differentiating in their routes, I believe.
Well, I thought AzHarcos got the slots moon as well.
Did they both get the slot moon?
Pretty sure they did.
Well, I guess I spoke too soon about that one thing.
Unless I'm wrong, I think he did. I'm pretty sure he got it.
It's so hard to keep track all the time.
It's true. This game is like they're all over the place. But I think it's interesting because Aggron's clearly going for no goal here, whereas AzHarcos isn't picking many up at all. So I feel like AzHarcos is definitely gonna avoid those goals here, which is that is gonna be an interesting route. I think if he was like row 2 and then the diagonal and then column 1, he can completely avoid all the time picking up those like extra regionals that Aggron needs.
Okay, so Harcos going here for this key moon, so that is definite column 2. I mean, we saw the slots before as well, so we knew that, but still.
Didn't even grab that secondary moon. He said no, thank you.
Yeah,
5 seconds. 5 seconds off my timer if I grab that. No, thank you. Doesn't even think about it.
Well, this is his last moon that he needs in Lake, so I feel like he kind of planned it so that this key moon would be the last one he would be getting.
Yeah, I can just warp back to the Odyssey from here.
Meanwhile, that was a warp painting and a checkpoint for AzHarcos there. But I doubt that he do row 5 that I'm so fond of.
I mean, Lake Clip works really well with the checkpoints in Lake.
Yeah, well, Lake is just a really fast moon in general.
True.
So I'd say it's pretty typical you'd see someone do Lake Clip.
So Harcos deviating from the path a little bit with that key moon. I don't think we're going to see Aggron grab the key moon. He will be getting this 8-bit section along with a music note moon, though. So both of them grabbing that from Lake Kingdom. And Harcos will be going to Wooded Kingdom now.
Whereas Aggron cared a little bit more about those purples. This is a fun strategy. I love this because you get spit out of a better pipe over here.
Yeah, I was like, is that really faster than how I usually do it? It just like never occurred to me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the little things.
Alright, yeah. Aggron's still getting all these purples. I think at least he shouldn't be any short later on, so I feel like the fact that he's like kind of being vigilant with making sure he gets like all the easy purples, then it'll make it so much easier for him later on.
Definitely. I think because of the seaside exit, as long as you stay on top of those purples and you know you're getting the ones that you see as you're routing, then it shouldn't be a problem getting that total goal at the end.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to see maybe that middle square going on for Aggron because of that, you know, like Wooded is such a valuable place for regionals. So make yourself run around a bunch by getting 6 extra moons along with getting a bunch of Wooded regionals might be a good combo.
I feel like getting 6 extra moons in Wooded isn't that terrible because you can sort of do a combination of old route versus new route, and you'd probably get 22 moons by just doing like those. So I don't think it's a bad call at all.
Ooh, Harcos head probably hurts. Has a little migraine. Getting a little bonky with Mario here. Hopefully he can recover here and get back on track.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Mentioning that Aggron is actually familiar with the 22 moons route. 124 moons is is an interesting category. I love the idea of it. Basically, it was created out of the idea that, well, any percent, you need 124 moons to beat the game. So what about just getting 124 moons? What about that?
Yeah, I quote unquote ran it once without a route, and it ended very terribly. My
it's such an interesting idea.
My 124 moons PB is slower than my any percent PB. Don't ask how. But
it's such an interesting idea because it's like, what if we ended the timer on not Bowser? What if it's just get 124 moons and then that's your end? It's like
wow. Sub 50 incoming. Clearly.
It makes for some interesting routing.
Yeah. Maybe I figured I would never be able to get a sub hour, but I mean, it could be possible if that's the case.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Alright, so AzHarcos and Aggron are kind of just making their way through Wooded. We've kind of mentioned a few times that there's not really anything in Wooded. I'd say the only thing that could be of value is the 8-bit moon, but that's like probably one of the slowest ones you can get, but it could be in consideration. Like if you need like just an extra 1 or 2 moons, and it's just like, oh, I might as well get this whilst I'm here.
Yeah, the 8-bit moons in Seaside are generally fairly slow just because they are in water and you have to go through the 8-bit section. So I guess they'd have to judge whether they think this one is faster than the Seaside 8-bit moons.
I'd say that the Seaside 8-bit moon is slow, but you don't need the wooded one or the Seaside one. You can get 5 pretty safe, I believe, by getting Metro and Lost.
Yeah.
True.
So.
Oh, the Lost one, you're right, is pretty fast.
And then yeah. Considering you got to consider Metro.
Ugh, Metro. I just want to forget about that one. Can we just skip Metro?
No, that's a very essential part of board, actually.
We just skip Metro.
Yeah, just
we're doing.
And you do Night Metro skip.
And we're doing a best one format here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best thing. A best of 3, I guess, would be better, but best of 1 is still fine because the amount of routing that is involved in this, it actually can be. A best of 1 can seem also just as fair in my eyes, in a lot of cases.
Definitely, I agree. It comes down to just general knowledge of the game and the ability to overcome obstacles and figure out the best route. It's really great. I love bingo for that factor. That you don't have to be generally the fastest person in the game to be the best at bingo.
Yeah. Anyway, AzHarcos is doing like this routing decision that I kind of mentioned, where you can just get this 8-bit moon because you might as well if you're doing if you're going up here for some extra moons to get your. So I think that's completely fine.
So I think Harcos is only going to need 1 more 8-bit moon if I am counting correctly here.
Yeah, I got 1 in Cascade, 1 in Sand, 1 in Lake, 1 in Wooded. Yeah.
1 more, so almost finished with that goal. That's really great at this point. He was able to route very effectively in order to grab all those 8-bit sections while staying relatively fast. So good for him on that routing.
Yeah, I actually find it interesting. I don't think I saw him get that Ramping Up moon. I could be wrong, but I think it is interesting that you don't get that moon. But maybe he just swapped it with the 8-bit moon that he just got.
That is true. It looks like he's only going to need 2 more to leave Wooded Kingdom, so I think he realized he was able to count in his head how many he actually needed. So another good routing decision by Harcos.
Well, we're actually kind of seeing like a room sync for these runners. It's just that AzHarcos just has so many more moons than Aggron has.
Yeah, is Aggron not going to be going for the middle spot? I'm not 100% sure where he's going right now. So is he finished with Wooded?
I think.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the warp.
Interesting. So both of them going to be leaving Wooded at about the same time. Obviously, Harcos has the 22 moons from Wooded, but both of them close behind each other.
Yeah, I think Aggron's definitely doing column 5 and column 1. And you said he did the slots room, I assume row 2 as well. But I can't remember him doing the Lake Key moon.
No, so I don't think he did do Lake Key.
So I don't know what Aggron's doing. Oh wait, he got the life up part, didn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe he's gonna do row 5. Yeah.
Doing the U. And he also did do Lake Clip, so got one of those warp paintings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did AzHarcos plant seeds? I know that AzHarcos planted a seed in Sands.
I saw that one, yeah.
But that might be muscle memory, because I didn't see him getting the actual moon. And I didn't see AzHarcos get any seeds as well. I didn't know, actually.
Well, they're just 4 in Seaside, and you don't need to actually grow them. You just need to plant them.
Yeah, that's also true.
How many are in Metro? 3, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so still able to get that goal, I think, without too much worry. So we might still see it from him. What would be the best warp painting moon if you are going to Seaside? I think it would be the Metro painting, right?
Yeah, because you can get that right after Night Metro, whereas with the Lake one, you fight Rango. The Sand one, you have to fight Harriet. So I guess it probably would make the most sense to do Metro, since it's literally right by the Odyssey. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, if you're going to go on a Seaside adventure anyway, I think that would make the most sense. I think he was probably thinking that.
I'm trying to see if that's a factor, but no, probably not. It could have been a 5-head routing decision of warp painting back to wooded and then doing more wooded, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I love seeing that when they, you know, if like Harcos were to do that, but he had like 21 moons and then he warped back and got 22. Oh, I love that. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I think I've only seen, like, someone really do that like once or twice. So I feel like the people who like kind of make those routing decisions are kind of 5 heads, because you have to sort of think about it really early on and like, okay, I'll definitely do this.
Okay, so I was watching, I want to say it was Harcos, but I could be wrong. He went back to the sand painting. He got the sand moon goal, and he got the sand checkpoint goal when he went back to the Sand Kingdom warp painting, and it was so satisfying.
I feel like I remember that match, but like yourself, I can't remember who did it.
Yeah, it's incredible. I would never be able to route like that.
I feel like both these players are capable of that, but it is definitely difficult to do it like every race.
For sure. So both,
especially on a board like this, where it's just like, I don't know what to pick as a route, so like you just are choosing like between so many things on the board. It's hard to determine something.
Oh, 100%. So both of them just going to be going through Lost Kingdom here. Obviously, we see Aggron grabbing those purples as he has been doing the entire time. Just keeping his purple count nice and high, grabbing as many as he can on his route to get that total for his purple goals.
And we're probably going to see TNT, I would imagine.
Yep. Yeah, that TNT is a possibility. Yeah, I think he's going to Death Warp here. And then just take Glidon over.
So TNT, for those of you who don't know, is a trick right now with Glidon, where you grab a key. You're supposed to normally get this moon with a Wiggler, but if you dive and throw your cap and home in on Glidon, just like that, first try, he does not need the Wiggler.
I was so scared, because like these runners have such a specific setup to do TNT. I thought Glidon was too far away, but no, I guess AzHarcos is a pro at it. But yeah, there's different setups for people to do
imagine doing that moon with a capture.
That was incredible.
No, there is a captureless version of that moon, is what I'm saying.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy difficult.
Alright, so again, sorry.
No, you go ahead. Please, Eden.
No, I was just gonna say, so both people are like, they're just so close. Like, on the screen right now. Obviously, they've both collected different things, but they just look so close together yet again. Like, it only looks like 20 or so seconds difference. So this Night Metro, it's kind of important because it's an auto-scroller, basically, which means it's super easy to lose time here if they, like, don't have, like, pretty good movement.
Yeah, and Aggron's gonna be collecting a lot of purple coins in Night Metro. There's 21, I believe, that you can get here, and that'll be some good opportunities. So the auto-scroller gonna get a bit longer for Aggron. And AzHarcos as he falls.
Yeah. You don't want to lose time in Night Metro. I always do, because I'm a bad runner. But yeah.
Okay.
But, like, when
I
you
know,
do, like...
You're among friends with that one, Eden.
Like, but when Night Metro, like, these runners, AzHarcos is, has a 101, I believe, like, he's probably looking at about 3 minutes, like, 15 or so seconds in Night Metro. So he wants to get around that time in Bingo, ideally.
Aggron messing up the speed. Oh my god! Nearly dived into a hole there. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Aggron messing up Hall here. City Hall, no matter how many times you practice it, I swear you'll always, like, end up killing a run to it because, like, mess up. It's just one of those things in Odyssey that you have to accept.
Aggron going back around for this life up.
I think he's grabbed 3 now, so 1 more, I believe he's gonna need to finish those 4 life up.
Yeah, there's so many life up parts that you can get. There's plenty of opportunity to get them. Like 4 is, you could get 4 by sands basically. They're that easy.
I'm actually impressed by how many goals AzHarcos has already filled out on his board. It's looking pretty full right now. Only needing a few more. His seaside is going to be
oh my god!
Too.
No, don't. Okay, okay.
Oh no. Almost a
nearly
like a wiggler.
Yeah, these damn hitboxes. That was like the easiest. That was like that actually like wasn't that bad of a wiggler RNG, and then still the hitboxes were like, nope, you're gonna have to try again with that one.
Yeah,
that's also one of those things that Eden was talking about. You know, one of those things in Odyssey that just, you know, it'll kill a run whether you practice it or not. Wiggler is just one of those things, and so is the tower in Night Metro. Night Metro is just horrendous.
Yeah, I despise, like, Night Metro. I think Metro is fine casually, but if I have to speedrun through Day Metro again, I'll cry. But yeah, both runners, both making the mistakes in Night Metro. Let's see if Day Metro is any better. This is, again, like a wooded situation where you probably just do any percent. I know that AzHarcos needs slots and the music notes. But that's basically all he needs out of Day Metro.
Gonna go ahead and buy a moon, it looks like. Why not?
It could be pretty fast, yeah.
Yeah, why not? He's got the money for it. So I think both of them are just gonna be speeding through Metro right now, I believe.
Yeah. We'll probably see some nice movement though, if it's gonna be like any percent based. Because Metro is so optimized nowadays that like the best Metro there is like 4 minutes seconds, I believe. Like, it's crazy, but like the top tier movement. for this kingdom nowadays.
Aggron having a little bit of movement troubles in this kingdom right now. His dram did not work out well, and then flinging over to the bench, he had to reposition.
Ooh. Okay. Oh. Almost messed up the slots, but ended up recovering there very nicely.
Yeah. Someone in chat mentioned that AzHarcos' route through Metro is kind of weird. I think the reason why he got the Shot Moon when he didn't need to is because I think he's kind of hoping to skip out on a sub area. Because if he, like, gets 2 extra moons that he wouldn't usually get, then he can just skip out on a people's room or something at the end. Or even bullet building. So,
you're definitely right.
So I think that's probably what he was thinking about.
Yeah, realizing that he was gonna go for that 8-bit section and music note section. I love it. I love that he comboed the 8-bit and music note to finish at the same time.
Does that?
Ooh.
You get that moon? Okay, yeah, you get that moon inside the 8-bit. Yeah.
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 A lot of moons that are music notes and 8-bits. That's why I was saying, like, near the start of the game, where it's like there's so much opportunity to just combo them together that I feel like it would be a good job to.
Wow, Harcos only needing his ground pound moons from Seaside now. 5 ground pound moons, and he will finish his board. That's incredible. Just gonna need to speed through Metro as fast as possible now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this feeling that Aggron's just gonna come out of nowhere with all these purple squares at some point, and it's like, whoa, where did these come from?
You'd think so. He's done so much already in his route. I think he's finished. He's gonna be finished with a lot of his goals soon.
Yeah, I think his route is more late game based. Again, I'm still not sure what he's done because he's marked off so little. I still think column 5 is a good bet. Apart from the fact he didn't get any late checkpoints. So it's kind of like I'm not really sure at this point what route he's doing.
I love that we're in Metro and we're saying that.
You know what he could be doing? We were talking about this yesterday, about the strat of not marking off your squares to getting ahead of your competitor. So maybe you're right. Maybe Eden was right. He's just gonna mark off all his squares and finish in the next minute. Who knows?
It's not. No, there's no way.
Yeah, there's not that many Metro goals in order to do that. But it could be a tactical play for sure. Look, he just marked off another square. 12 moons from sub areas. I didn't think that he had done that many sub areas, to be honest with you, but he did do 6 moons in sands, 2 moons in wooded, which would make 8. And the key sub area, did he get both in that one? I don't know.
I think then, row 4, row 5 seems viable.
Row 4, row 5, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. He did get the music notes, so I'm probably right, but I still haven't seen him do that second vault painting moon.
Yeah, but we got 4 more moons for Harcos. Just got 1 ground pound. He needs 4 more. I don't see Aggron getting this many as quickly as he needs to. It's gonna be difficult to catch up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Harcos going for that ground pound over on the side of the cliff here. And then just gonna need to finish up, I think, just with a fish in the water. Oh, there's also the seaweed ground pound here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think 5 Grandpa Moons, you do pretty much all of them, except Hint Heart and another one. I think
Sub-area.
6. Yeah, I think 6 is like the match you do without the Hint Heart. If I
don't know
recall
if that counts as a
correctly.
sub-area. Oh wait, yeah, it does. It's a hat room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm speechless. There are actually, I think there's 3 note moons in Seaside, I believe, right, guys?
What are
Or just
you
2?
thinking of? Like, which note moons are you thinking of?
There's the note moon in the 2D section. There's the note moon above the ground. Or above the water. Okay, maybe there's just 2.
Well, that's game for Harcos.
Either way, yeah. GG's in chat. For Harcos. Incredible. 44-30. What a good time.
Didn't one of us say at the start of the match this could be a board to get like a 44 or a 45 on?
That's what I said. Let's go.
That was 0. Which I actually kind of doubted.
Well, with Harcos, clearly anything is possible. So Harcos, our winner in the Super Mario Odyssey Triple Bingo Tournament. Incredible. GG's. Really well done.
Very deserved win. And yeah, like just all the routing plays that he made, they like played in very nicely to his strength. And also just like the majority of his movement seems pretty clean and well executed. So yeah, definitely a deserved winner here.
Big time. It looks like we're gonna have to see Aggron go through quite a bit of Seaside. He's got a lot of goals to finish up here before he finishes. Is this Harcos? Is Harcos here with us?
Harcos, hello.
Congrats.
Hi.
Thank you. Wow, what a match. That was
absolutely
what
incredible.
What a board to end it on.
Yeah, a Seaside lock. Not even the choice to go to snow.
Nope.
For Seaside.
Yeah. I know. What do you think of the board though? Did you find it like fun, even though it was a Seaside lock?
Yeah, I usually kinda like Seaside or snow finishes when they're good, because you can do so much any percent stuff.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping for a board like this, to be honest.
Fair enough. We were saying there was a lot of any percent stuff, and I know you're a very good any percent runner, so it definitely plays into your the way that like your routing decisions seem very like straightforward. Like when did you decide like to do this route? Was it like very early on, or was it like you were in sand and you were still I don't know.
No, it was Cascade. I think it was in the Brute fight, actually.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of skeptical because of the 8-bits and music notes, but 2 of those actually are both in Lake and in Metro. So that's also some synergy.
Yeah, because we've kind of pointed out how there was a lot of synergy with like timer challenges and music notes and 8-bits. So we thought there was a lot of routing choices that people could have made. So
hi, how's it going?
Oh,
hello, GG.
Yeah, GG. Well played.
Very good.
I knew looking at that board I was in trouble because you are the any percent runner.
Yeah, that was also my thinking. I was definitely hoping for a Seaside board or snowboard.
I think I might have underestimated 200 total regionals with that little synergy. But I was like, this could probably work. There's enough synergy in the route minus the regionals. How bad could it be going out of the way a little bit here and there for regionals? I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ended up scrambling in Seaside at the end there, because I didn't have enough.
Yeah, we were talking about regionals actually. I think I was much like you. I was like, you know what, 200 regionals by Seaside doesn't sound absolutely awful. But I think for the fact that there's only 30 regionals built into your route, then it's like, oh well.
Right. And like everything else lined up pretty nicely. It was just the regionals that I had to worry about. And I'm like, okay, if I just go out of my way here and there, I'll reach 200 easily. I was definitely wrong on that front. I feel like I've played several boards similar to that, and I've made the same mistake every time, just going for the regionals.
So yeah, I was actually also looking at your route.
AzHarcos definitely picked the right route that suited his gameplay.
Yeah, you know and it was also super easy to play. Like, it was so straightforward to route every kingdom.
Yeah.
Especially because I didn't have to worry about any total goals, like total regionals.
What, you basically did any percent wooded plus deep woods, if I had to guess?
No, actually, I got the 8-bit in wooded.
Oh, okay. And then the keys, obviously, Wake and Loss.
Yeah.
I mean, the zipper room probably took some time.
True, yeah.
At first, when you clicked 3 CPs in Lake, I felt relieved because I thought you were potentially doing row 1.
Oh yeah, with 20 moons.
And 26.
Yeah.
I was false alarm on that front. But hey, I'm still pretty happy at how I played that, besides the scrambling for regionals at the end of Seaside. I think overall it was a really fun board to play for the finals. And I'm happy now, even though I lost.
Yeah, I think this was a really exciting board to watch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've come around on this board.
Yeah, like
at first glance, you're like, "Oh God, why do we have to? Why are we Seaside locked?" And then you look at it like, and wait, there's like 7 routes on here, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's pretty good in terms of what you could do. I just feel like, in general, I picked the route that suited my gameplay best, and Az picked the route that suited his gameplay best.
Yeah.
He just played it a little bit better than me. I should have taken a little bit more risk. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I played getting to Fire Cave and Wooded really carefully. So I'm like, okay, if I drop into Deep Woods, I am absolutely a goner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also played a bit safe. I did some any percent strats way slower than I normally would.
Yeah, so, I mean, for you, that's probably like 103, 104 pace. That's still relatively good pace. All things considered. But, yeah, again, it pretty much just came down to the fact that I maybe just, overestimated 200 total regionals by Seaside. I'm like, the rest of the route works really well synergy-wise. Oh, Lake Clip was frustrating. That was the other part of the run that sucked. But Lake Clip always sucked.
True. So, I feel like, AzHarcos, if you were to do this again, you just take out the regional coins, but as AzHarcos, would you keep with your same route? Because I do like your route. It's just, would you change anything?
No, but I think I would do the same.
Honestly, I feel like I'd do the same too. I'd just play it better. Like, this really
just
wasn't a bad route. I just
that's fair.
play it to the best of my ability.
It's actually hard to say what is the best route on this board.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I just think I got a little bit outplayed since Az is a demon at any percent.
I don't know. Maybe I'll drop the seed.
You went a little too fast for me.
I'm going to drop the seed in chat because this one has a lot of exploration in this. Like, this is so... Like, there's so much to go on.
Yeah, that's quite common with Seaside locks, though, because as opposed to an early finish where you only have 3 or 4 lines that can actually do the early finish.
That's true.
You had 10 lines for Seaside here.
Yeah.
And of course also the other 2.
The early finish worth it. You gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I actually prefer commentating this match compared to like you said, early finish boards where it's like, oh, you only have to do 3 or 4 lines that might do the early finish, and one's a really bad square. And it's like, I think this was a lot better because it was always like, oh, they could do so much with this board. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree. This was definitely a good viewing. necessarily playing. I mean, obviously it's a little bit frustrating, but like I said, as is in any percent demon, he played really fast, so not really too much I could have done about that.
So yeah, again, a huge GG's to the both of you. Yeah, thank you both for racing.
Yeah, I mean, like, this was a super fun tournament. I'm psyched to get second.
Yeah, GG's.
I mean, second's a big accomplishment.
No, yeah, definitely, for sure.
I mean, Aggron was probably still the favorite going into this, but as we said, I'm more like...
I don't think that's necessarily true, though.
Yeah, because it depends on the board, of course. On an any percent heavy board, I'm the favorite, but...
Our playstyles are very different.
Yeah.
So, it's tough to say what could have went down. You know, it really was a little bit board dependent. I just don't have that mastery grip on any percent like you do. So you just shredded through Metro, and I'm like, well, I am very much in trouble. Because you also had less to do in Seaside than me. That was the other thing.
Yeah. I was actually considering doing the last music note or the last 8-bit in Seaside, but I decided I just want to do the ground pounds and be done.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
I feel like in Seaside doing those extra ones is
I think in Lake I moved toward to do the non 8-bit one. After I was like, wait, I'm going to Seaside. I'm just gonna skip this.
Oh yeah.
But like, I don't really think it made that big of a difference in the end. I mean, I guess it worked since, you know, I had to get my second warp painting in Seaside. Anyways.
Alright.
I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah, but what a match to finish it off with.
Definitely.
Yeah. Make sure everyone in chat please follow the runners. This was a great match to finish this tournament off on. So yeah. Go follow them.
Yeah, thank you for SG for considering this tournament into its SG Live. Like, this is just so much fun to get the opportunity for that.
Yeah, 100%. You know,
smiles in chat for SpeedGaming.
Well, with that kind of intro.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys all for all of the runners and the commentators and the proctors behind the scenes working on the non-restream matches for making this successful. And so huge shout outs to Harcos and Aggron on their finish, as well as to the runners up, the 3rd and 4th place, Samados and VP. The semifinals matches yesterday were amazing, and when you get those VODs on YouTube, absolutely go and watch them. They were fantastic. But huge shout outs to the donators, because the prize pool for this was mostly community contributions. I'd like to thank Schultzar and Magius for contributing to the prize pools. And shout out to my co-admin, Dark Moon, who also did this fabulous stream layout. We had the Perler prizes by Drawlith, Glasses for intermission music. We did a little bit of a different setup in race time. So huge shout outs to Din, the Race Time DG staff, for making that work, as well as Synac for making the bot. So rolling the bingo seeds was so easy this time. And everyone, you know, watching and played in or supported this tournament. But yeah, once again, get some huge GGs in chat for Harcos getting that big prize. And you know, we love the SMO community, and so I would encourage everyone to go and join the SMO speedrunning Discord. You can find that they have a bingo channel in there. You can find that on their speedrun.com. And any other last shout outs or events in the community before we sign off and move on to the next event?
I'd just like to let you guys know that there will be another Super Mario Odyssey bingo tournament coming up very soon, run by me, Mama Zero. And hold on, I'm getting a call right now. Hi, Jeff Bezos. Oh yes, yeah. That you just heard about the speed running tournament that I'm running? Awesome. You're gonna donate how much? $1 million? Wow.
Aw.
$1 million prize pool.
Wow.
Incredible. Thank you, Jeff. Wow. So incredibly generous of you. So if you guys want to get involved in this speed running tournament, there will be lots of commentary positions and lots of runners. So keep your eyes peeled in the Super Mario Odyssey Discord. There will be a prize pool and more info to come up in the coming days and weeks. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's gonna be hype.
So much Mama
Yeah,
Zero.
follow Mama Zero because it'll be all on his channel. But I'm sure a bunch of us will get involved as well.
Yeah, probably. He'll probably come in my DMs like, you didn't want to commentate. I'll be like, yeah, why not?
I need your help, please.
He already dipped into my DMs for it. Yeah.
All right,
All
thanks
right,
a lot,
so-
everybody.
Yeah, I think that's everything. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for running, commentating, helping out. So yeah, thanks everyone.
All right, take care.
Bye.
And bye, and stay tuned because coming up in about 10 minutes, we will have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Finals, Dylan Meeble versus the Salty Sponge, going to come up in about 10 minutes, so stay tuned.